nearly 50 feet high. The logs were back upstream for several miles. It took the loggers about 6 weeks of their summer, using teams of horses and steamboats to break that log jam free. They eventually, however, had to resort to using dynamite to do so. There was said to be enough lumber in this one single log jam to build nearly 20,000 three-bedroom homes. Caution those of you in front of the crowd, also hold the horn once more to the corner. Now again, this corner rock ahead of us is known as Angle Rock. And if you look to the outside portion of Angle Rock, it looks like it's been split into 3 almost equal vertical sections. Although these cuts look so smooth and even, they could have been done by a knife. They were done by glaciers here over 10,000 years ago. As we go around Angle Rock, you'll notice there's several of these heavy steel rings embedded into the rock itself. There's nearly 100 left throughout the 2 Dells areas that we traveled through today. These rings were all put in by the lumberjacks to tie up their log rafts and steamships. They're made of a very high-grade Swedish bell steel, which has not rusted or corroded for the last 170 years. If you were to hit these rings with a rock or a hammer, they still chime very much like a bell would. We still utilize many of these steel rings and hooks today to keep our boats tied up and secured. In fact, the rope we were tied to just a moment ago back at dock is tied into one of those original rings.
You look at
Now ahead of us as well, you'll notice a floating dock in the river. That floating dock is used by us as a secondary landing during very high water here on the St. Croix. And that floating dock is also moored in place to the original steamboat landing for the port here of Taylor's Falls. This was a very busy port during the logging days. They would see over 250 steamships in a single summer season. Many of the steamships that arrived to this area were bringing supplies to the lumberjacks. They were also bringing immigrants to this area to help settle it. Many of the initial immigrants to this area were of a Scandinavian descent. They liked this area because of how much it reminded them of back home. Everything from the color of the water to the length of the growing season to just the general vegetation itself. All reminded them of their homeland.
I want to go up the ship.
And coming up now is first and most significant rock formation that we see on our trips here. It is the large rock cross from which the St. Croix River received its name in the year 1679. Look downstream ahead of the boat. To the left hand side. Cliff line to that tall, bare vertical cliff that stands after the bay. It's almost directly in front of the boat. Now, you'll see the cross from a very severe side view. Looking at the cross from the water's edge, if you go halfway or 20 feet up the cliff, you'll see a large notch and shadow in the cliff line there that forms the bottom of the cross. 10 feet up from there, there's 2 more notches and shadows in the line at the bottom of the cross. Top of the cliff, top of the rock, look at the big tree trunk there. Go down the top of the rock itself. The Father Hennepin and Janet Duluth were 2 French explorers who had paddled up the Mississippi River trying to make it out. Made it all the way to where Castle State Park is located up today, and we realized they missed Lake Superior by quite a bit. They had to make several large land portages to the east, trying to make it into the lake, and they spent their winter there out on Madeline Island, Lake Superior, at a small French outpost. In the springtime of 1679, they set off now looking for a shortcut back down the river, mostly all by water. So they hired a local Native American guide to help them find the shortcut. Guy had them paddle out of Lake Superior upstream on the Cruel River, which is still south. That river flows north to Lake Superior. They only made a short 2-mile portage across land, which put them near Solon Springs, Wisconsin, up today, where they entered the headwaters of the St. Croix. They were paddling downstream. They saw the cross, much like we are here today. They named the river St. Croix, which is French and means Holy Cross. And the closer we get to the cross, it'll disappear and blend in with the rest of the cliff line as we move the distance and angle we were viewing it from. But we've been accused of having a pretty good imagination here at the boat company. bow the boat. Look back up at it as we're driving by. It's like a thing fully changed into what looks like a profile on a first president. The door is locked. It's like you see on the head of the quarter. Large knots right in the center of the cliff that form the bottom of the cross. There's his chin. The left outstretched cross arm toward his toes. There's a large cut above that toward his eye. The top of the cross, the top of his head. That tree is there. The tree trunk is now growing out of the top of Jordan's head. The right downstretched cross arm looks like a little something there. The wings and one at a time. Pretty large stone face.
ถ่ายบอลเพื่อถ่ายหนะ
เมื่อที่อเมริกา
Now, prior to this boat
ก่อน
company
ออกไปแล้ว
actually
ไปเอาอีกก็ได้ถอน
the year
เอา
of
อีกก็ได้
1906
ใช่ไหมพี่
was known as the Old Gypsy. It's also important to keep in mind all the rock formations that we point out throughout our trip today.